I'm excited because I'm going to be a mother, and I know it's going to be a boy.
Really looking forward to have another baby, especially if it's a girl.
It's exciting to think about what he's going to look like, what he's going to be like, what his personality is going to be like.
I found out I was pregnant when I was 3 weeks. His name is Julian Isaiah. He's the world to me. I only gained 18 pounds. I went to my doctor. He said that it was fine, just as long as I went up to 25 by the time he was born. But since he was a month and a half early, I didn't get to gain all that weight.
As a state, our Healthy Baby is Worth the Wait campaign just wants to raise awareness. On average, 25% of women gain too little weight during their pregnancy.
And he weighed 4 pounds 6 ounces. He was so little. I just started crying.
The health problems for low birth weight babies can be enormous.
They took me to the intensive care nursery. I was there all night with him, just watching him, and the nurses taught me how to take care of him in the incubator.
The baby that's born low birth weight could have a higher incidence of cerebral palsy. There may be some learning difficulties. There may also be developmental issues in terms of organ systems. Perhaps eyesight could be affected, hearing could be affected.
In a baby that's born too small, we tend to see problems not only during the early period after birth, but some lifelong health issues.
It was horrible with all the IV he had to go through, and because his veins are so little, so they kept breaking, so they'd have to take it out and poke him again.
I've had women say, well, I want the baby to be small so that I have an easy labor and birth. And then when that 4 pound 9 ounce full-term baby comes out, it can be very sobering for the woman to realize that really wasn't the best for her baby after all. I really reassure them that their body was made to carry a baby to full term and give birth to a baby naturally.
It was just kind of hard, like the feeding at first, because he had a hard time breathing.
We know after many years of study that babies who are born at a normal weight are more likely to be healthy.
There may be a lot of different reasons why women gain too little weight. It could be body image concerns or other stress going on in their life.
I was actually kind of stressed out through the whole thing. I didn't eat as much just because I was always depressed.
I'm kind of afraid that I'm gonna gain weight now because my mom keeps on telling me, you're gonna get chunky now, that's your second child.
So while I think a lot of women are concerned about feeling fat or they're changing body shape, that's normal. It's where women start restricting what they eat is where we start getting concerned.
That was hard when I first started showing, but I wasn't obviously pregnant, to wear clothes that I felt were flattering, that didn't make me look like I was wearing a tent.
The reason why women don't want to gain weight is because they want to have the body figure that they had before. We've seen cases where people hide their pregnancies and don't want people to know that they're pregnant, and that's a big factor.
A lot of women will experience morning sickness during the first trimester of pregnancy. Try to incorporate some smaller snacks throughout the day, and that may be a little bit easier on your stomach.
We don't want women to smoke during their pregnancy. We don't want them to drink alcohol.
Smoking is something that can be prevented, and we know that there is a closely linked association between smoking and low birth weight. Gaining weight is a normal part of pregnancy. You have to gain some weight in order to have a healthy outcome both for the mother and for the baby. Body mass index is calculated using an individual's height and weight. It gives us a number called the BMI, or body mass index.
We're not all the same size and shape going into pregnancy, and so therefore we shouldn't all gain the same amount of weight.
When we see patients that come in for their prenatal visits, we try to identify, based on their body mass index, whether or not they fit into a category where they are considered underweight, normal weight, overweight, and then we try to recommend a weight gain strategy for them based on that.
On average, we're recommending underweight women gain 28 to 40 pounds. Normal weight women should gain between 25 and 35 pounds, and someone who is overweight prior to pregnancy, an average of 15 to 25 pounds. You can eat very healthfully but still not consume enough calories or protein, so that's important too in a pregnancy.
Being at that underweight kind of borderline normal weight, I knew that I would have to work really hard at eating well and eating enough, and I always have to look at the scale to pay attention at how much I've gained.
Where those pounds break down to would be 6 to 8 pounds for the baby, 1 to 2 pounds for the breast, 2 to 3 pounds for the uterus, another 2 to 3 pounds for the amniotic fluid. The extra protein and fat reserves that the mom typically puts on could be anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds.
As a mother, what you want is what's best for your baby, even before your baby is born. So if you eat well now and gain enough weight, you're feeding your baby.
There are several things that a woman can do during her pregnancy to improve her health and give her baby the best shot at a healthy start at life. First of all, eating healthfully, and this could be as simple as just eating 3 meals a day with snacks in between. We don't want women to skip meals during their pregnancy. Obviously, a lot of fruits and vegetables and variety in the diet, lean meats, dairy products throughout the day. Rest is also important. Getting enough rest helps with her stress issues. It's also important for pregnant women to make sure they drink enough water. As long as their doctor okays exercise, women should be exercising during their pregnancy. Folic acid is critical for the spinal development and the brain development of that baby because folic acid is not stored in your body. You need to take it in every day, and a supplement is probably one of the easier ways to do it. Additionally, pregnant women need lots of calcium and protein in their diet. You need to look at the world as being a really tough place to come into, and if as a mom you can give your baby the best possible running start at life, do it.
Next time I'm pregnant, I'm gonna do everything I can to eat healthy, gain all the weight I need to gain.
There's a lot of programs in Colorado and nationally that they can turn towards and get nutrition education and food vouchers.
WIC stands for Women's, Infants, and Children, and it's a nutritional program to help pregnant women and infants have adequate nutrition. The women we serve are moms that are pregnant for the first time or they've had other children. Do you love your baby? Yes. Well, eat healthy. You want to have a healthy baby because if not, they'll keep the baby at the hospital or they might have long-term illnesses that you'll just have to be dealing with for the rest of his life.
As her doctor, I would want to know whatever is on her mind that's of concern. I would much rather her ask the question than go home and wonder what the right answer was and just continue to worry about it.
Think about the baby before it's too late, because it's so hard seeing your baby like this.
My focus is on the baby and my focus is on just being happy and healthy with my baby. I'm caring for him right now, but he's inside of me, so I'm feeding him and I'm providing a place for him to grow.
I'm looking forward for my son to have a sister, a brother, play with them.
He's always smiling. He smiles a lot. They said that he's doing really good. He's gaining weight like he's supposed to. He's already grew an inch. He's really long.
You only get one chance to try to create this environment for your baby, and it's 9 months out of your life versus the child's lifetime that you can give them the best opportunity you can.